Hi, this is Renna, and I am here with Lisa Liberatore, and we right now are in 31 Bits. So Lisa, can you tell us what's one thing that you would want our audience to know about 31 Bits?
So 31 Bits, if you don't know, is a jewelry company, and all of our jewelry is made from recycled paper. So we work with 170 women right now in northern Uganda who create it all from paper. And it's not just an opportunity for them to have a job, but it's really a holistic program. So after 5 years, they graduate and they're fully self-sustainable. So that's my favorite part, is that they actually get training and they're able to be equipped to provide for themselves and their families and make a huge difference in their communities. So far, we've had 2 years of graduates, and all of those women have started their own businesses, which is amazing. They're just giving back to their communities, and they're staying connected to our community too, so they come back and they mentor the women that are newer, so that they're always staying connected and making a bigger difference holistically.
That's so cool that it's not just about the company, but it's about these women and the bigger ripple effect. And how fun that, they're making beautiful art, and that all of the pieces come with a great story. So what is it about fashion and politics? Because I know you're passionate about both, which is amazing. What a fun crossover. So how do you see those two making a difference, or how do you see them working together?
So I've always been really passionate about the political process, and as a woman especially, I feel like we have a unique role in it, and I think our voices need to be heard more. And I realized as I was getting more into my career that there was this gap, where there was this disconnect where women were being focused on their appearance and men weren't, and it was always really negative. And I thought, well, actually, I think it can be positive. So how can you incorporate fashion to be empowering instead of disempowering? Because it's obviously something I'm passionate about, and a lot of other females are too. So I thought I could really combine that. And I think for women, we can say a lot by what we wear, because first impressions mean a lot, even for men too. But being able to have a story like, hey, I love that necklace, hey, I love that top, where'd you get it? Because that comes up no matter what field you're in. And I think it opens a great opportunity to even lay out your plan. Oh, I'm in politics. Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to help empower young women in creating businesses and globally, and that just opened the whole piece for you to share that. And I think having the storytelling component of communication and politics is a great way to incorporate the fashion side. And it's not the main thing, but it's just like an added bonus. Someone's going to ask you about it anyways, you might as well have a cause associated with it.
That's so brilliant. So cool.
Finding the intersection has been fun.
Yes. So was there one moment where you had this aha revelation of, oh wow, these two things that fashion could lead into making a huge difference?
Yeah, it was when I was in my master's program. I studied public diplomacy, and basically it's the people-to-people aspect. So not just the government side, but how culture plays in, and how even sports can play a big part. The Olympics, all of that plays into diplomacy and how governments interact. And I was studying that, and I realized fashion is a huge economic force globally, and a huge force culturally, and as an art form, and as many other things. And that's when the epiphany came. I just started researching and realizing that it doesn't just have to be a side hobby and a side passion, but it could actually have a greater force and meaning behind it.
That's so cool. So moving forward, right now you're getting your doctorate, is that right?
Yeah.
Tell us about what you're studying and your plans with that.
So I'm in my first semester, and the program is in organizational leadership, which is the educational side, and it also involves the global side too. So I just want to use it as a background to just having a greater foundation for what I do. I think it will help lead me into a diplomatic career, and to be able to one day create my own organization. That's the goal. And if fashion's involved, that'd be amazing. So just kind of moving that direction and combining all these little areas that I'm interested in, especially the aspect on gender and helping young women around the world, because I think finding their value and finding education is so important, and a lot of girls don't have access to that. So that's the goal with getting my doctorate.
Wow. So for the young women that are watching right now, what would be some words that you would have for them, whether it's what you would have loved to tell your younger self, or what words do you have for our listeners?
I would say, just trust the process. It can be really discouraging as you're going through steps, wondering, am I in the right spot? Am I taking the right step? Why aren't these things happening? The older I get and the more I grow, so much I'm realizing is about timing. And And even rejection, it's not a closed door. It's a lot of time, it's more about timing. It's not that you're not ready, it's that there's so much more involved in the process that you're not aware of. Maybe someone you're going to need to meet to get you to a higher spot, or even a relational connection that you need to support you throughout your life. Like, you wouldn't find that if the timing's off. So just trusting the timing and not taking it personal. Rejection, I think, can be really, really challenging for young women, and being socially accepted. But like, use that time and those moments where you feel disempowered to see the bigger picture and to understand that this is good in the long run and it will help you.
Thank you so much. What powerful words, because I know I do all the time, deal with rejection, and to find that as a window to empowerment. For those of you interested in fashion and changing the world, which I hope is probably a lot of you guys, Lisa has an incredible blog called Fashion Diplomacy. Lisa, tell us a little bit about it, what it is, and the cool impact that's come from that.
So I kind of define it on my blog, but fashion diplomacy is specifically, I focus on women and how they're empowered through appearance, but also through the fashion industry. So I have 2 different sections on the blog: empowering women leaders, so you can read about how they're using appearance in a positive way, and then also organizations like 31 Bits and companies that are doing it right, so you can learn about that and have greater purchase power when you go shopping.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And have you been able to connect with other girls around the world through this blog, or what's that been like?
Yeah, it's been fun because it started as an academic blog as part of my studies, and then to have a reach, I think, in the academic world is so unique. I've had girls come across it and email me from Indonesia. They're just really, really interested in the topic, and they want to incorporate it and learn more because there's not a lot of academic research or journals about it. So moving into that field has been so great with the blog.
Yeah, it sounds like you've hit something that's an absolute felt need. And a great way to connect with girls all around the world.
Yeah, the internet's great like that.
Yes.
It's been fun.
Yeah, and how great you're using it for good. Yeah. So if you want to stay up to date with Lisa's adventures, where can they find you?
So the blog is fashiondiplomacy.wordpress.com, and then also I love social media, so feel free to reach out on Twitter or Instagram. It's just my name, Lisa Liberatore, and it's spelled Liberatore, so Liberator with an E at the end.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We wish you the best of luck, and I can't wait to see, where in the world this takes you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening in.
Bye.